Welcome each and every one of you to the Global Zoom. My name is Pradeep Menon. I'm actually going to be your host for tonight, your trainer, your coach. And what we're here to do is, first of all, welcome each and every one of you to our wonderful global opportunity that we actually called MWC or My Wealth Connect, right? This training is specially designed for MWC. Okay, so what are we going to be discussing in today's training? We're going to be talking about the foundation of long term success. Now, nobody who's actually in this room is actually made an investment of 55 US dollars or 90 US dollars to make 55 or 90 US dollars. You're obviously here to make a lot of money and see big time success in this operation on this business, right? So all you have to remember is focus, action, and results gives you anything and everything that you are actually asking for. My name is Pradeep Menon. I'm actually going to be the trainer for tonight. Now, please understand this one thing. The basics are not outdated. Now, there are some leaders that stay successful year after year after year, achieving a lot of accolades, a lot of medals, a lot of rewards, extra awards that this company actually has to offer, right? What is the golden formula? The golden formula is sticking to the basics. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, whether you're in Philippines, whether you're in China, whether you're in Afghanistan, it doesn't matter where you're from. The basics always remains the same in every country that we are actually talking about. Now, let's actually understand, why do people fail in network marketing? Most of the people who enter the world of network marketing, they're very excited, right? Excitement is what fuels them to join the business. Unfortunately, many people, they look for shortcuts. So the minute they don't see a shortcut working, they quit. Now, some people like to chase quick money. So as soon as they join, they go and recruit 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 people. But once you actually recruit those 12 people, they don't know what to do. So they fail. Right now, there are some other kind of people which I know there are many across there in the world. They jump from one company to another company. What is that supposed to mean? They join this company, they recruit 10, 20 people, desert the 10, 20 people, then jump to another company, do the same thing over and over again. Right now, they stop learning, right? And once you stop learning the tricks of any business, or by the time you implement any tricks of any business, please understand it takes time. And because they're not willing to put that time, they become inconsistent, and that's why they fail. Okay, now what's the truth? The hardcore truth. Success in network marketing is not complicated. It's not at all complicated. The people who win are the people who master the basics. I was actually introduced to network marketing 20 years back. Even today, I stick to the basics. And even today, I am a performer with the company, where whichever companies I've gone, because the basics never change. Basics are basics, whether it's a product based network marketing, it's a crypto based network marketing, if it's some other kind of network marketing, basics are basics. And basics, it's what make you a winner, right? Now, why are basics important? First of all, it brings four things in you. Four things. The first thing is the confidence. So when you are confident, when you're talking to your prospect, when you're talking to your team, when you show confidence, that gives them a very good reason for them to join you, this company, or your team. Now remember, initially they are not joining a company. They are joining you. So your confidence is the most important thing on planet Earth. Number two, what they learn is something called duplication. Now, what is duplication? It's what a large group of people doing a very small, teeny meeny activity, that's called duplication. The faster that they do it, the more they do it, that's called duplication. So let's say we have 25 people in this room, and tomorrow we may have 250 people in this room. That doesn't matter. That's called duplication. right? Now, 25 people follow the basics. What's going to happen? The next Zoom, we can have 250 people on the Zoom. That's called duplication. And that's what leads to the third point, which is called momentum. Now, let's be honest out here. This company has got so much money that's on the table. Are you serious? You're not interested to take that money? I guess everybody is. But what do you need to make that big, big dollars in this company? All you need is that one word called momentum. And nobody likes short term anymore. Everybody is looking at a long term option where you build the business one time and you get paid every day, every time over the next years and years to come. Right now, just remember this golden theory. When your business becomes slow, go back to basics. So, anybody out here, if you feeling your team is dead, or the business has become slow, or there are some challenges which you're not able to overcome, no problem. The solution is going back to basis. Now, when your business becomes very, very fast, let's say whatever we are discussing in this training, you get it 100% clear. You build it 100% the way it's supposed to be big. Very good. When the business becomes fast, stay with the basics. Don't try to change anything that is not broken. Right? And when you starting the business, now I'm assuming all the people in this room, we are just getting started because this is a global operation and we are still in the global pre-launch of the company. So when you're starting the business, learn the basics, right? Now, the power of duplication. Now, everybody's actually seen this power of duplication. The first time I saw this power of duplication slide was almost 20 years back when they said when you refer two people and two refers two, it becomes four, then two refers two, it becomes 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096, so on and so forth. I was like, what? Is that even real? Is that even possible? Well, if you stuck to the duplication, it was possible. Now, in the power of duplication that I actually saw 20 years back, the number, the formula that our coaches, our mentor gave us was 8192 people. 8,192 people if you're actually doing a 10 level duplication. But you know what, team? I kept sticking to the duplication even after I smashed 8,192 people and I made a team of 150,000 people globally. Now, what was the success mantra of getting there? Simple power of duplication, right? Now, it's not about you. It's about what your team can duplicate. So if every team member can duplicate something, what should they duplicate? They should duplicate the simple duplication formula. So all those people who actually there on this call, if you want to take a screenshot of this, it's a very good screenshot because this is the simple duplication formula. Okay, first things first. What we have out here is a very, very simple, easy duplication system, right? Plus, you need to have a very, very simple presentation, not confusing the prospects on what are you presenting. Now, what are we presenting in this company? First of all, what we are presenting is a wonderful product, be it the patches or the liquid gold. Product is amazing. Along with a fantastic product, we are giving you an opportunity to make money. So that's called the health and wealth. Along with that, we've got so many perks in this company, which is mind boggling, and that gives you lifestyle. So, what is this duplication? You got to duplicate health, you got to duplicate wealth, and you got to duplicate lifestyle. Now, once you do the presentation, you follow it up with a very, very simple follow up. Are you interested or not interested? And you got to plug them into these kind of trainings where somebody from some part of the world will be training your team to actually grow and grow big. Now, you follow these 4 simple steps, the magic mantra, you see something called massive growth. Okay, now what people do, they try to complex thing, not required, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely not required because complexity kills duplication. You want to grow the duplication, you don't want to kill the duplication. Okay, duplication is like planting one seed in the ground. And once you actually plant that one seed, you got to water the plant. The plant is not going to grow automatically, right? But if you keep watering the plant, not analyzing, is the plant growing today? Is the plant growing today? Don't analyze, because analysis leads to paralysis, right? You keep watering the plant every day, every day, every day. This plant will grow, which means duplication will happen, right? Now, please understand this slide, which is very, very important, which says network marketing is a people business. It is a people business. So you have to be the right epitome of success to be called the right people. Because understand this, people don't join products. They don't know the products. People are looking at you and joining, right? So people don't join products. Now, people don't join compensation plan. So even if they join for the product, they're not joining for the compensation plan. They're still joining for you. Now, people don't join anybody. Very difficult to sometimes convince strangers walking on the road. People join whom they trust. So it is your responsibility to build that trust factor with all the people in your team. Now, people they respect, lead by example. If you want to be respected in a system with a long-term vision in mind, you have to give respect to get respect. Remember, whatever you give is what you get. If you don't trust people, very difficult for people to trust you. If you don't give respect, very, very difficult for people to give you respect. And people join people with vision. So when people tell me MWC is not happening, I tell them, don't worry, we will make it happen. I know that no company on earth is perfect. No problem. But our vision is to make this MWC perfect. Now, people love to join leaders. So be the leader that you are expecting to join. So if you think someone is a very big leader, fantastic, you become that someone. That's when people start joining you. Now, your reputation is your greatest asset. So if you have done wrong duplication in the past, people are not going to join you this time. But if you tell them that there's a ready-made system which we all are going to follow globally, they probably will buy that because it's a reputation factor. And always remember, build relationships before you start building volume. Because once you build the relationships, once we start treating each other as proper business partners, when we meet each other, we greet each other, we party with each other, volume is but obvious. We are going to be here building huge volumes where there'll be people from this very room who can even make that 14,300 US dollars that this company is talking on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So, anybody on this call, are you interested to make that $14,300 a day? If the answer is yes, go to that reaction button and smash it, right? I want to know if you guys are seriously understanding where I'm coming from. So go ahead, hit those reaction buttons if you're seriously focusing on what I'm trying to say, and show me that you guys are understanding what we're saying and how that big money is being said, right? I'm not seeing any reaction apart from just one person. Not a problem. If only one person is excited, okay, I can see the second person excited. That's very good. I'm ready to proceed to the next slide, right? Build those relationships before you build those huge volume. Now, there is a concept. This concept is called income producing activity. Okay, now there are only five income producing activities in the world. Again, doesn't matter which market you're coming from, only five income producing activities. So, what do successful leaders do on a daily basis? They only do five income producing activities. Now, the first activity is product usage. You got to be a product of the product. And you have to understand when we say this is a very, very powerful product, why do we say this is a very, very powerful product, right? So that is very, very crucial. That is very, very important. Be the product of the product, right? That's the first thing. Now, the second thing, Sharing the product. There is not one single day that I have actually joined the business where I have not shared this product or the opportunity with somebody new on a daily basis. Do product sharing. Prospect daily. Understand you are a car and prospects are the petrol to this car. You could be a Ferrari. That's okay. But if you don't have prospect, this Ferrari is not going to start. So you need prospects, which is basically the fuel to our business. Then you have something called follow up. The major money in network marketing is who you follow up and how you follow up. And last but not the least, you have something called training and events. Now, this is a Zoom call. This is a Zoom training event. Now, you will have Zoom events, you will have local events, you will have international events, you can have small coffee shop events, you can have all these kind of events. Every income or every income producing activity, very important. So if you focus on these 5 income producing activities, you are growing a massive business. Now, all I'm trying to say is master these 5 activities and see how your business goes from 55 US dollars all the way to $14,300 a day. Now, like I mentioned, you got to be a product of the product. Okay, now in network marketing, what sells? Stories sell. Stories are very important, right? So, what do people believe? People believe in results. Now, I was told somebody used our product and they got rid of their dandruff problem. Wow. I was told somebody used another product and that got rid of their frozen shoulder, which they've had for many years. Wow. Now, this is called personal experience, right? Some people have told me they are sleeping better. Some people are telling me they are losing weight. So, more the testimonies, more the sales. Now, it doesn't matter whether the testimonies from Europe, from Africa, from India, from Philippines, or some other part of the world. Doesn't matter. Testimony is testimony. So, what do I want everybody to do? Go out there on our group chat or send those testimonies to the companies or your appliance. The more the testimonies we have, it's better for everybody because everybody's body is different and everybody will have a different testimony. So, more testimonies, more fun, more dollars, right? Testimonies are bigger than presentations. Use our products daily. Now, there is a product that I actually started consuming from this very company. It is actually called Black MP Living Water, which was the older version of the liquid gold. But till liquid gold came into my house, I have been using Black MP Living Water for 5+ years. So I am a product user. And because I use the product, I can experience confidence in me to actually create more sales selling the product. So always remember, ladies and gentlemen, be a product of the product. Okay. Now, whatever has happened in the past doesn't matter. Let's get started. Let's start making some serious money. Right. Now, how do you start? The first step is you identifying your why. Your why is basically why are you doing the business? And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If your why does not make you cry, change the why. All the people sitting in this room, we have something called a compelling reason. And because of this compelling reason, we do the business day and night, really without looking at time, not looking at how tired we are. We just keep doing our business, right? We do our business daily. Identifying your why, getting your why clear is very important. Right now, once your why is clear, building this business becomes very easy. Right. The big question is why are you building the business or why do you want to build this business? My compelling reason is my daughter. My compelling reason is my team. I want my daughter. I don't want my daughter to go through hardships like the way I did. I want to give her an easy life, right? The very first car I purchased in my life was a second-hand car, right? We could not afford a brand new car back then. That's okay. But the very first car my daughter drove was a brand new Audi. A brand new Audi. That was the first car because she's my compelling reason. Why am I doing this business? I'm doing it for her, right? It's the family, right? Now, the third word, very, very big word called financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom is to do what you want, when you want, without worrying two things. Number one, time. Number two, money. Now, has any one of you done something called tagless shopping? What is tagless shopping? Go to the shop, whatever you touch, you buy. That's called tagless shopping. Not worrying about whether that shirt that you pick or the dress that you pick, whether it costs $100 or $1,000. Tagless shopping. Now, that's called financial freedom. And we are going to take all of you who are serious to do that kind of money, where you drive big cars, you live in nice houses, your children are going to good universities, having a great lifestyle, and people start joining you, and your check size keeps on increasing. Okay, better lifestyle. Buying those expensive bling bling stuffs. Sometimes it's important. Sometimes it is, right? Having the freedom to travel all the time. Wow, having the freedom of time to do what you want when you want. Forget the alarm clock, smash the alarm clock. Why? Because you are a business owner. Nobody tells you what time you have to wake up. You know what time you have to wake up. And building a legacy. I can tell you, you work 2 years in this program, just 2 years, you can retire and sit at home and be very rich because your team is going to be doing the duplication and you already making legacy money. So a strong why gives you a strong results. So all of you who are actually attending this, write down your why on that piece of paper. And if you can actually share it with me or your upline, that's even better. So that way we get to work with you in a better style. Now, once your why is clear, break down something called a dream list. What do you want? What is it that is there out there that's stopping you or troubling you regularly? So you break the dream list down into 10 short term goals, 10 mid-term goals, and 10 long term goals. Okay, now most of the people around the world, when they actually get into network marketing, some bills that actually trouble them in the house can be a Wi-Fi bill, the house rental, phone recharge or phone load, or those nagging bills like parking or toll or stuff like that. So you want to get rid of all of them. Write it down. How much do you need to get from MWC to get rid of all these pains from your life? 10 things that cost less money. That's called 10 short-term dreams. 10 mid-term dreams. What would you like to do 3 months from today? Okay. Is it that you want to clear a credit card? Do you want to send so much money back home every month? What do you want to do? Put that as a midterm dream. And things like buying a nice car, buying a nice house, sending children to abroad for studies, giving them good education, that can be a mix of the midterm and the long-term dream. Write your list down. Dream list is very important. And whatever you want to do with the business that you want to do for your loved ones, write it down. So I not only had my dream list, I also had my daughter's dream list. I had my wife's dream list. I had my dad's dream list, mom's dream list. And through network marketing as an industry, I have actually done or completed all of that. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? Because I'm no special person. I'm just a person who just doesn't give up and has got a lot of dreams. And I have the belief that we all have the power individually given by Lord to actually fulfill any dream that we can actually think of. If you can think it, ink it, write it down, and if you can write it down, you can definitely achieve it. Right now, what do you do next? The next thing is something called the prosperity list or list building. The fortune starts with the list. Now, I know a lot of you have these smartphones, and some people have 10,000 numbers, 8,000 numbers, 7,000 numbers on their phone. That's not called prosperity list. That's called a phone with a lot of numbers. You do need to make a list which is written on a piece of book in a book where you call it the prosperity list. These are the people who you know are going to help you be prosperous, and these are the people who you want to make them prosperous, right? Where do you start with? You start with the closest ones, and the closest ones is your family, also known as the hot circle. Write them down. Don't miss anybody out. All the near and dear people. So if I were you, I would take a book. I would write my hot circle. Even if I can only remember 6 or 10 names today, I would write 6 or 10 names, but I would leave that paper blank. Because later on, through an exercise called memory jogging, you will remember more names, so you can always keep adding onto this list, right? Friends. What is the definition of friends? Friends are those wonderful people who care about you, whether it is thick or whether it is thin. They're standing by your side. They love you. You love them. Their success is your success. Your success is their success. Get your friends in the business. Tell your friend, listen, man, you may not have the skills to build this network, but I believe our friendship can build this network. Let's do it together. Right now, neighbors. Some people know who their neighbors are. Some people who don't know their neighbors. So if you don't know your neighbors, don't bother them. But if you know your neighbors, contact them and show them the prosperity list. Right now, business contacts. There are many businesses out there in the world. Everybody knows professionals. Contact your professional contacts. Nothing wrong. This is not an illegal business. It's a very great business model. As a matter of fact, I have signed up my boss, when I was actually working back in the days, I've signed my boss as my downline. They are my professional business contact. This is also known as the influential circle, which is a very strong circle. Strong circle, right? Now, everybody or most of you have something called social media, where I know there are some people who've got 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 friends and followers and all of that. Contact them. You never know who is it that you're going to touch who may need that product more than you, right? Whose family is suffering from pain and you have the solution in your hand. So let everybody know, people on social media and former colleagues. Now, I always believe, right? Everybody has this kind of list. Everybody, right? Now, what's the goal? The goal is you should have a minimum of 100 names, which can be built up to 1,000 names later. No problem. But you need to have a minimum of 100 names. And the reason you need 100 names is this is like petrol. Petrol to your Ferrari. And you need to put petrol for that Ferrari to work. Right? And never be judgmental. Never decide, oh, this person is not going to join. That's the worst thing to do. Because in my previous experience, I have seen people who are judgmental. No, this person will never join. And husband and wife has become cross-line. Which means husband joined the business. He did not tell the wife. Wife also thought it's an amazing business. She also joined the business. They were in separate teams. They were building separately. Wife wanted to give husband a surprise. Husband wanted to give wife a surprise. And when both of them found out that they're building the same opportunity, both of them were surprised because they were building it cross line. So if you're married or you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, let them know. Why? You could build together and give everybody the opportunity. Stop being judgmental, right? So the big question is YDYK. What does YDYK mean? Who do you know? That's what YDYK is, right? So as now let's actually understand the products, right? We've got a product which is called fat burner, right? So YDYK, who do you know who likes to lose a little bit of weight? Write their names down. Now, we've got a product which is called Woman's Plus Patch. My question is, who do you know who's a woman? Who's probably needs the Woman's Plus Patch? Now, who do you know who's a man? Because our next product is called Men's Patch. Who do you know who can use some kind of solution for their skin? YDYK. Who do you know who's got skin problem? Right? And who do you know who actually is, lethargic, lazy, and who actually needs something called the brain power patch? Who do you know who needs an overall body cleansing by using our powerful product called the liquid gold? Who do you know? If you start using YDYK as your benchmark stick to write your prosperity down, it's going to be fun. Now, when I am doing YDYK, I'm not sitting alone. So I'm sitting with a bunch of team members. So let's say me and a couple of you are sitting around the table. We play this game called YDYK, right? Where every member says words, adjectives, right? We use the word fat. We write down all the people who are fat who might want to lose weight. Not judging whether they're going to bite or not bite. That's a different story. So you do something called list building. And once you do the list building comes the very, very all important art of inviting. Now, the formula is very, very simple. Invite more people, explain less on the phone, use curiosity. Now, I have seen people when they are making the very, very first call to their prospect, explaining the whole plan on the phone. Now, please understand our plan as such is an audio video presentation, right? Where there's some tasting that actually happens with the product. That's our plan. Now, how on earth can you give somebody tasting if you're on the phone? How on earth are you going to show the video or the video visualization part on the phone? You can't do it. So you invite more people, but explain the least. Build that curiosity. Now your strike rate is going to be higher and you're going to actually get a lot of people. Right. Now, the big mistake, what is the big mistake people say? They think simple doesn't work. That's the problem. I would say simple works every single time, right? Now, just giving you a small example. I came across something exciting in the health and wealth and thought about you. Are you open to talk, or are you open to take a look? This is one of my premium dialogues that I actually use for inviting my prospects. As a matter of fact, I call my very, very close people who says, I'm ready to make $1 million. I need some help. I need you. Can we catch up for a cup of coffee? That's it. Right? Invite more, explain less. Now, not to worry. We in our series of training program, we're going to have training only on how to invite prospects. So as I mentioned to you, this is a proper international global system where if you'd like, you can actually attend these kind of trainings absolutely free, not having to pay huge money, and you will learn everything one by one and become a professional networker in less than 6 months time. Right now, this part, very, very important. This is the power of the third party tools. Now, I don't want anybody trying to sound like an expert or like a doctor when you're actually talking about our health based products. No, don't do that. Right? What are you going to do? You are going to use the third party tools given by the company and let the tools work for you. So the very first thing what the corporate has done is they've come up with these international global links where the presentation, the testimonies, the plan, everything is actually available. I'm saying use those videos. Now on the group, I keep telling everybody record testimonies and put it. Well, very few people are putting the videos. Why? Are you not serious about the business? Is that why? Or you believe that, your face is going to get exposed? Is that why? If you don't want to put your camera on for a video, you want to give an audio testimony, I'm okay with that also. But give us testimonies because this testimony will help someone become a millionaire, right? Zoom meetings. This Zoom meeting has a huge room capacity and the capacity can be increased any moment, right? Why are people not attending the Zoom? Are they not serious? That's okay. I don't want anybody not serious in the Zoom. If only the serious people come in, I'm more than glad to work with a small bunch of people and make them millionaires. Not a problem. Now, a third party tool is testimony. So when I know that somebody in my team had a frozen shoulder problem, a frozen back problem, a ligament tear issue, a dandruff problem, a pimple problem, and when I know that, that our products has given solution to them, I share those kind of testimonies, right? Now, I'm not the kind of person who just blindly forward the presentation because that has never worked. Never. Okay, so if anybody out there in this room, if you actually have, let's say, 2,000 numbers or 5,000 numbers on your phone, you send the PowerPoint presentation to every person on the phone. Believe you me, not even one person would respond back or look at that presentation. Don't send presentations, invite them to the call. It could be a face-to-face call. It could be a meeting in the office. It could be a meeting in the coffee shop. It could be an event. It could be whatever you're talking. So the tools that we've created helps you duplicate. So let the systems do the talking. Use the tools that the companies provide, and we are going to be creating more and more of them to actually do the business. Right now, where is the big money in network marketing? The big money is in the word called follow-up. And if you can do a good follow up, you can make tons and tons and tons of money, right? Now, most people quit, right? So, no, most people quit after one follow up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a fact. There is somebody I have tried to prospect him for the last 4 years. 4 years. He's on this very Zoom. I never gave up on that prospect because I know that prospect was worth it. And today, after 4 years, when I finally actually offered My Wealth Connect, that person liked it, that person joined. So never quit after one follow up. Maybe you start conversing with them today, and maybe after he sees all the Malaysia photographs that you enjoyed, after you come back from Malaysia, maybe he thinks, okay, now is the right time to start. That's okay. Always keep them in the follow up, right? Now, successful people understand one thing: fortune is in the follow up. And what people need, some people needs time. So when some people tells me no, I'm okay with it because it's not their time. So maybe they don't join me today, but maybe they join me after 6 months. No problem. It's still a part of the prosperity list. Now, maybe people are giving need information. Something that you have told them is not clicking in their brain. So you need to give more information. And people also need trust. So maybe they are saying no to you because they don't trust you. So then the problem is with you, not with the company or not the program, right? So you need to build that trust, right? Over and over again. So remember, follow up is the key. Now, the average prospects needs multiple exposure. So only your real close ones in one phone call or one meeting will join. But remember, the average prospects needs more than one multiple exposures. So give them that because that's it. Now, I would like to give you something called the golden formula. Now, this is a super special one. So please go ahead, take a photograph of this, right? If you know how to use this, you are already becoming a master in the word of network marketing. What is it? It's called PS3. So write it exactly the way it is written, top to down. PS3. What is PS3? Now, some of you are actually doing this unknowingly. Hey, if some of you are doing it unknowingly, why don't you do it knowingly? What is PS3? Very first thing is called pique the interest. What is piquing the interest? Get your prospect excited. It doesn't matter whether you told them Malaysia, whether you told them weight loss, you tell them, this can actually help your mother, whatever you say, pique the interest. Now, once the interest is piqued, invite them and show them the plan. Show them the plan. Because you've already done the first part, which is called pique the interest. Get to show them the plan, the presentation, all the way. Now, what I've done, I have two kind of plans with me. One plan is only about the products because some people hate network marketing. They're never going to do network marketing. Never. So I have got one plan which is only for the products. So when I know that somebody cannot join me because they are busy doing some other network or busy building another network, I don't even bother to show them my network. I don't. I show the plan about the products. And I say, fine, you're doing Bitcoin, fine, but even people doing Bitcoin needs a good health. And this is all about health. So I show the plan. And then the three-way closing becomes very, very important. Now, all my successful leaders do three-way closing. What's three-way closing? Me or your upline, you and the prospect. We get on a call, we get on a special closing Zoom, and we help you close the deal. That's called PS3. Try this one. Even today, when I'm actually approaching big networkers or small networkers or people with business potential, if I'm actually piquing their interest, which I can do very easily, I show them the plan, which I can do very easily. Sometimes I get stuck in this three-way closing. So who do I go to? I go to my upline and I actually use his or her help to actually do the three-way closing. Now, the second most important thing is the next one, which is called the 5-5-5 formula. Now, the problem is you don't know the presentation. Now, whose problem is that? Now, you want to become a millionaire, but you don't want to know the presentation. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's not going to work. You need to know the presentation. And how are you going to learn the presentation? This is called the 5-5-5 formula. So, the first 5 times you show up as an audience, even if you have joined, and let an upline or someone else do the presentation for you or for your prospects. So that takes care of the first 5. You see the presentation 5 times. Now, when your prospect is in front of your upline, if it's a coffee shop table, stop touching the phone. Stop it. Your focus because this is your 5. So take the business seriously. Don't touch your phone. We even have something called a ground rules saying keep your phone aside. Switch off your mobile phone. Let nothing distract you. So you got to show your prospect that you're very serious in the phone. Don't touch your phone. When the presentation is being done by your upline, you write the presentation with the upline. Don't tell me you have the PDF. Everybody has the PDF. But write it down. Even your prospect seeing you write down, they suddenly feel, oh my God, this person who's invited me is serious. And you are trying to be serious. Right? So that's how the first 5 goes. The next 5 is called 50-50. Where you do part of the presentation, your upline does the other 50. That's called 50-50. And once you've done the second 5, the third 5, you do the presentation, ask your upline to watch, and ask them, am I doing the right presentation or is there any corrections? And if you master the 5-5-5 formula, you can be giving presentations anywhere in the world. Do you have any idea? I'm an international traveler and I have made so many signups in different parts of the world with strangers I meet in the airport, sometimes in some coffee shop, sometimes no paper available, and we actually use the small tissue paper available in the coffee shop to explain the plan and to do the sign up. I've done it so many times. And again, if I can do it, you can do it because we all are together in it to win it, right? Now, once you finish the 5-5-5 formula, now you are an independent and you're ready to explore this opportunity, not just in your city, throughout the entire world. Now, this is something taught to me by the CEO of My Wealth Connect, DMO. What does DMO means? Daily method of operation. And when he taught me this, he actually taught me this 19 years ago. But you know what? I even use this today. I used it a few hours back. What is the DMO? Okay, 10 contacts. Okay, 10 contacts. You talk to everybody on a daily basis. Okay, so what's the formula? It's called 10-5-3-1. Write this number down. 10-5-3-1. What does it mean? If I speak to 10 people on a daily basis, only 5 will be really interested to hear what I'm saying. And if I were interested to hear what I'm saying, three of them would either show up on a Zoom or in a coffee shop or wherever I ask them to come. Only three. And out of that, only one will sign up. So make sure you're calling people every day. You're inviting people every day. You're doing daily follow ups and you're doing one presentation every day. Every day. You're introducing one new people. Now, is it possible to have one new people hearing the presentation every day? Yes, it's possible. It is possible every day. Now, if you don't have prospects today, but your downline has prospect today, even that is your prospect. Because when they grow, you grow with them. So make this DMO as a part of your life and make winning a everyday habit. So what does it mean? You use the product daily. You talk to people who are positive. Stop talking to negative people. There are some people who start a statement in English with the word but. Oh my God, I run away from those kind of people. Right? Right? You tell them, how are you? They say, but there's a problem. How can you start an English statement with the word but? These are called negative people. And the minute I hear that, my brain already freezes and then my ear stops listening to what they're trying to say. And remember, consistency beats intensity. So if you want to be intense in building this business and being that first millionaire in Nigeria, the first millionaire in China, the first millionaire in Philippines, the first millionaire in Europe, consistency is going to beat intensity, right? Now, remember, your attitude determines your altitude. So how far you grow, it is your attitude that determines that. When I started back then, somebody said, "Oh, you can't do it." I'm like, "Who are you to tell me if I can do it or not?" Because network marketing was new to me. But you know what? I had major attitude. Attitude that I know I can do anything. I'm a bird. I can fly. One day I will touch the sky. All of that, right? So your attitude affects whether you're recruiting people, as in adding new people to your team, retaining people. That means making sure your people or your team don't leave you and go join another opportunity. Retention is very, very important. They're with you. Okay, leadership. You lead by example and you show growth in your life and you show growth in their life. And always remember, stay positive. If you stay negative, I'm sorry, you're not going to make money, right? Now, stay coachable, right? Now, a lot of people, they hate trainings. They say, I'm the best. Really? If you're the best, why don't you show it? Why don't you put your money where the mouth is? Why don't you build a big team? Show it. Show people. Everybody requires coaching. The biggest of the networkers, I'm talking about those professional networkers who charge you $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 to actually get you into a coaching room. Even they say be coachable. Okay, now stay solution focused always. I always have people think, oh, this is not there, that is not there, this is not there, that is not there. Okay, now we have determined what is not there. But my question is always, because I'm a positive thinker, I say, what is there? And whatever is there, we got to make do with that. Right? So be solution focused and be grateful. Attitude of gratitude is everything. So every morning I wake up, I thank the Lord for giving me this wonderful opportunity, for giving me life to wake up one more day, and gratitude for my team because of whom we make money and we are building a long-term business. So you got to be grateful for that. So attitude of gratitude counts a lot, and winners always think differently. Right? When somebody tells me, oh, blah, blah, blah is the problem, my question is, what is the solution? And whatever the solution, that's what we should work towards. Now, building a team, building a culture, that's very, very important today. Right. Now, we have a few things in our system. One is called recognition. What's a recognition? When a person joins, it's recognition. In our group, I tell you, anybody who joins, recognize that, welcome that to the group. Now we've created a group of 80 people. when a new person actually joins, we see two likes and two people saying, "Welcome to the group." Why is that? Why is that? Somebody new from our team has scored. If there were 80 likes, and if there are 80 people commenting, "Welcome to the team," how special is that new person going to feel? Think about you as the new person, right? Trainings. Every training is important, whether it's in a local coffee shop, whether it's in a Zoom like this one, or if it's an event, every training is important. Build that culture that you are going to attend these meetings together as a team. Accountability. This, for me, is the biggest word in team culture. What is accountability? When you join my team, ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe it or not, I really want you to make a lot of money. A lot of money. Be responsible, be accountable for your team, and then show them teamwork. So, this is the way to go forward. So, leadership, start today, please. You should start your leadership right now. Now, there are some wonderful extra bonuses that are actually lying on the table, right? Now, how do you actually pick all that free money from which is lying on your table? The table is not sitting in Dubai. The table is sitting in your house, your table. So now you join today. What is the first thing you need to do? Refer to. When you reach that, what do you get? First recognition. You're executive. If you do that in the first 7 days, wow, now you're qualified for the entire bonus program of the company. Now, for some reason, 7 days pass and you're not executive. What do? You refer to and you make them refer to quickly. If that happens, whenever that day happens, now you're called a VIP executive. Now you're back in the game, right? Now, after that, what happens? The next achievement is something what's called, I mean, as of right now, is that all important Malaysia qualification. Now, a lot of people have already given up on Malaysia. That's okay. A lot of people, even today, they believe they're going to see us in Malaysia. And ladies and gentlemen, the dates are more or less out. Dates are more or less out. This Malaysia is going to happen, whether somebody likes it or somebody doesn't like it. And once you actually qualify for Malaysia, the next one is actually called the bronze. Once you do the bronze, then it's silver. Then you do the silver, then it's gold. Once you do the gold, it's diamond. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. Why? Because people like to see action, because action brings result. Now, once you actually complete your bronze and before you actually hit your silver, if all of that sale has actually happened in once, congratulations. Now you've actually passed tier one as far as the car bonus program is concerned. So be a role model for your team. Right. Now, what does leadership mean? Sometimes you're always the last person to leave the room and always the first person to show up. That's okay. Show up early. Always show up early. Take responsibility. If somebody has joined your team, it's in you whether you're going to be making them successful or not successful. So be responsible for their success. Okay, help others win. When your team is winning, my God, you're winning big time out here. Big, big time in this program. See how simple the program is. Very simple program. Very, very simple program. And always remember, leading by example. Now, this is what I love to do. I tell my team, come on, guys, hit Malaysia. They're wondering, should I hit? Should I not hit? Should I hit? Should I not hit? I hit it. Go bronze. I hit it. Go this. I did it. Go that. I did it. Now, I've got some people who are actually following the same style. I'm very happy. Thank you so much. So I thank you so much for all the people in this group or on this Zoom who have become an executive, because that is your first rank. All the people who are in this Zoom, who is a VIP executive, a big round of applause to you. Each and every one of you. So all the people, please give a big round of applause to all the people who are there in this room who has actually become a VIP executive. Thank you so much. I love you so much because you have become the second rank qualified. What's the next one? Malaysia. I don't like Malaysia. I hate Malaysia. Okay, don't come. Go for bronze. These international trip today is to Malaysia, but tomorrow it's going to be the US. So what the company has done? The company says we are going to give you two international trips, two Asia Pacific trips, two Europe trips, two local trips, and the seventh trip, which is basically to the USA, is absolutely free and paid for by the company. So show that leadership. So take responsibility. Help others win. Lead by example. Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, is influence, not a title. Okay, so some people call me coach. Thank you. Some people call me Pradeep. Thank you. Some people call me Bhai. Bhai means brother. Thank you. Some people call me bro. I'm okay. You can call me what you want. I'm not after the title. I just want to be the person who at least puts every effort on planet Earth to lead with a good, positive mental attitude. Right? Now, importance of events. This business is built from one event to another. Whether it's a coffee shop meeting, whether it's a Zoom meeting, whether it's a Malaysia meeting, whether it's a Korea meeting, it doesn't really matter where the meeting is. Event to event. More the events, more the belief increases. So event creates the belief. Belief creates the action. I can assure you, we are going to blast this network after Malaysia. We're going to see so many people climbing the diamond and yellow diamond, black diamond, and all after the Malaysia. Right? That's what event does. It creates action in you. It creates belief in you. Right? Now, every major big breakthrough happens in events. I was a fun timer, never took or never knew what is network marketing. I went to one event in Thailand back in 2009. I attended the event, and during the event, I told myself, I'm going to do this full time. And that was March 2009. Today, we are in June 2026. And from that day till today, I have never worked for anybody. I made that decision. In that event, I became a full timer, right? So whether it is weekly Zooms, daily Zooms, company trainings, leadership trainings, international events, local events, events create vision and vision creates activity, right? Now, one of my favorite pastime is traveling. Now, in this very Zoom, we have got people from different parts of the world. I would like to travel and come and meet each and every one of you. But I need to find leaders who are ready to build the way it's supposed to be built. Now, imagine leadership. You're going to be traveling all over the world because lifestyle is the third angle of our company, right? Now, handling rejections. This is another whole topic with regards to training, and I will do this. I will definitely do this for all of you. But remember, not everyone will join. Keep moving forward. Not rejection is a part of success. I have seen people, they have taken 67 no's from their friends, families, mother, sister, brother, all of them said no. 67 people of them said no, and then they've got their first sign up, but they never ever gave up, right? So always remember, some will join, someone joined. But so what? Your question should be, who's next? I'm ready. Who's next? So when somebody says no, that means it's not their time. And the more the people say no, now you're getting closer to hearing a yes. Your odds are increasing. And in our program, how many people do you really want? One on the left, one on the right. You work with those two, and you're good to go all the way to superstar in our company. Right. Now, we need to have a so called focused 90-day commitment. I believe, and now this is not my words. This has been taught, or I have learned this from super coaches around the world. I was just telling one of my friends this morning that some of the things that is there on this tonight's training, I paid somewhere close to 4,000 US dollars to learn all of this. So I paid my 4,000 already. That was spent long back. And they taught me whatever you do, stay consistent, teachable, you should have the ability to learn and stay focused. A 90 days commitment. And anybody who can actually give that 90 days commitment to yourself, You're not giving me the 90 days. You're giving yourself the 90 days. And 90 days, you're going to make that decision. I'm going to build this to the next level. I'm going to make legacy income. I'm going to make so much money. I'm going to be the person. I'm going to be the voice of my country. I'm going to be the person that people will follow and love and say, thank you for life. You got to stay consistent. You got to be coachable. You got to stay focused, and you have to stay active, and you have to build activity, because success loves commitment, right? Now, why do people fail in network marketing? Well, it's very simple. First of all, they are not consistent. So when you show lack of consistency, you lose the zeal or the zest to build the business. Don't do that. Lack of training. They have people, but nobody is there to actually tell them what to do. I will tell you what to do, right? Fear of rejection. Oh my God. If I prospect somebody and they don't join, they will think I'm a loser. So you are fearing they're going to say no. So because of that, you don't even lift the caller and call them in the first place. If you don't call them, I'm sorry, you've already received the rejection. So you might as well take the chance and give them the call. No daily activity. Now, everybody has got 7 days in a week. Everybody, right? Everybody has the same amount of hours every single day, no matter which country you're coming from. Everybody, right? Everybody. It's the same thing, right? So if the time is same for everybody, that means we all have the same time. And if we start daily activities from tomorrow, very good. We're there. Right. Now, negative attitude. People are just not content. I don't get this. Right. 3 sign-up comes in, oh, but that is not there. 2 sign-ups comes here, oh, this is not there. Oh, we have this, oh, we have that. Negative, 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 negative. Change that negative to positive. Why? There is another theory which is actually called law of attraction. Now, what is law of attraction? What you think is what you're going to attract. So if you're throwing negative air in the air, what you're receiving is only negative air. At the same time, if you throw positivity in the air, you receive positive things. And people are too fast to quit. I know people who have joined teams in network marketing organizations, not just mine, and within 48 hours, they quit. They already made that decision. This business will not work for me. And this is where I say this business does not work for anybody unless you're going to work for making this business work for you. Okay? Very, very important. Now, always remember, winners never quit. And the people who quit, they never, ever win. So when you actually meet Mr. Melville, he's going to tell you something on stage. Never, ever, 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 ever think about quitting. Do your DMO and your life will be fixed. But you have to have that positive attitude to actually understand that. So, what is the success mantra that we're going to be following from today in MWC? First of all, we all are going to start using the product. If your products have run out, we're going to place that order and buy one extra product. That's the first thing, product usage. Second thing is sharing the product. Now, all of you, I'm sure you've heard of the saying, sharing is caring. Share your products. Share it. Right. Daily, put that extra effort to invite new people to your teams. Do follow-ups, plug them in trainings, plug them in event, and be consistent in doing that. And if you do all of that, automatically you are successful. Right? Now, today is the 11th of June, and we still have time to qualify for Malaysia. If you focus on the daily activities that you need to do, we are going to have a dream team in Malaysia, right? So focus on daily activities. Build your left, build your right. Build both the teams consistently, because this is a binary program. And in a binary program, your left and your right teams need to grow on a daily basis. Now, every person who joins you, that's a new person, you help them reach executive and VIP executive, because that is very, very important. Now, every time you plug in new people, get them introduced to your upline, get them introduced to training, and plug your teams. There is no momentum in your team right now. I understand. Create the momentum. Don't keep telling yourself there is no momentum, because even after 1 year, you'll say there is no momentum. But when you create the momentum, momentum happens. Now, duplicate simple systems. Don't complicate things. Keep it simple, right? Because consistency beats talent every single time. Now, closing, right? You're pretty much done with the training. The basic is to build empires, right? 150,000, 500,000, 1 million downlines. My question is, are you ready to handle 1 million downlines? But if you don't even have the vision of having a huge downline, let's say 1,000 downlines or 2,000 downlines, how on earth are you going to reach 1 million downlines? Never. So focus on these daily activities, take massive actions, create consistent results, create more executives, create more VIP executives, create more bronze, create more Malaysia qualifiers. The formula would never change. Sometimes simple works and complicated generally fails. Keep it simple, team. Very, very simple, right? So the basic, I mean, again, when we stick to the basic, who are leaders and who wants to be master of the game, what do they need to do? Use the product, keep prospecting daily, invite daily, follow up daily, get trained, duplication, and you will win. This is Team Blitz, and our mantra is focus, action, results. Because always remember, success leaves clue, and the clue is always found in the basics, right? Thank you so much, everybody, for actually taking time from your very, very precious schedule and coming and attending this uh, training or seminar. And let's actually go and make some money out there, some serious money, right? Welcome all to our training. Welcome all to MWC. Looking forward for greater achievements in life. Thank you so much.